Yom bid Rosh Hashana Tavshin Chav Daled. Achas Shalti Meis Havaya. I ask one thing of the Eibishter. Lachza is benoyim Hashem, to gaze upon the pleasantness of Hashem, V'goyim and so on. Hine pasuk zeh, v'nakuda tichayna, this pasuk is the central nakuda, ba'mizber of the whole capital of David Havaya Eri. Sheshayir b'miyuchad l'Rosh Hashana, we say the entire period, but has a special connection to Rosh Hashana, K'may Merazal, as it says in Medrash, that Eri is Rosh Hashana and Yishi is Yom Kippur. So this pasuk is said, La'achrei ha'kedomas sipur protei ha'inyonim shlifnei zeh. First, he relates, it's interesting why he uses the word relates the story of the details before that. So let's just get the Baal Hashem. What does he say? Hashem is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? I shall not fear, yeah. Moishe, the fortress of my life, and who shall I fear? When those surround me to eat of my flesh, my oppressors, my enemies, they stumble and fall. If a camp will surround me, my heart doesn't fear an enemy camp. If they rise up against war, in one thing I trust. And then, Achas Shalti Meis Hashem. So that's, he describes as a sipur prote, relating the details prior to the pasuk. Then comes our pasuk, Achas Shalti. So it is the nekuda tichayna. It is the essence of the capital. Or befrat, and especially, what especially? They will appreciate that in this pasuk, Achas Shalti, is conveyed the nekuda al pi ha'yodua bepirush Achas Shalti, one thing. What's the Achas? She'achas koi al pchinas ha'yechida. Achas refers to the yechida shebenefesh. There's, I think, a connection to pasuk and shir hashirim. At any rate, so what's yechida? She nekuda tichayin. The yechida is not simply another detail of the neshama, but rather another level, another rung, another strata. Not so. In nekuda tichayin the vayikris, it is the central nekuda, an essence, lagabe protei hadarges, relative to and from which the detailed levels of nefesh, ruach, neshama, and chaya emerge. As explained, of course, at length. Where? No. In Kuntres in Yonah Shalteres Achsidus. That's the whole Kuntres. To explain how Achsidus is the Yechid of Torah, not another level, and everything else emerges from that. The essence. Seichel, Midas, Machshava, Dibur, and Maisa are leveled. One is not the essence of the other, it's Ilu v'Olu. One produces the other, and not necessarily. Seichel can remain Seichel, never produce Midas. But Yechida is the essence which from naturally flows the various manifestations. And the parallel to that is Moishe b'psukim Malchis b'tfilas Rosh Hashanah. Likewise, the psukim Malchis. So we say 10 psukim from Malchis, Zechernis, and Shofris, right? And 3 from Torah, 3 from Nevi'im, 3 from Ksuvim, and then the 10th again from Torah. So Shanekuda Tichayna Vayikri Shebem, talking not specifically about Malchis. Malchis, of course, being the essence of Rosh Hashanah. Zechernis and Shofris augment Malchis. Right? As a, we don't have to elaborate, we all appreciate. So the Nekuda Tichayin, the Vayikri Shebehem, what of all the 10 psukim is the essence, is the 10th one. V'posik Shema Yisrael Havai Lekein Havai Echad. Even though there's no direct reference to Melech there. It's the Nekuda Ikris. Hainu Shel Achri Agdomas Praten Yonam de Malchis. So what What's happening in the 10 psukim? Similar to the David Hashem Oiri, that the same model, that after introducing the protein Yonam of Malchus, Kifi Shemechol Daled Oilim Esabiyah Protein Vaklolim, these psukim convey Malchus in all 4 Oilimus. We're familiar with Protim and Klolim. Protim is Protim. Hatzila is Bri Yitzir Asiyah. And then there's, we've learned many times, Abiyah Klolim, who remembers what's what? Atzilus is the Ein Sof Tifnei Atzimtzum. Bria is Adam Kadman. Yitzira is Atik and Arich. And Asiyah is Atzilus. Yeah. So he's saying that in these psukim, it's a reference to whole Seder Shtalshalos, Beprata B'chlal. Then comes after all of that, Mesaimim v'choismim ba'inyan davaya echad b'chinas ha'atzmus. All of these revelations are expressions of atzmus. Similar, he's saying that Achas Shealti and Beis Hashem, this is the nekuda atzmis of the whole tefillah. So the Shema Yisrael we conclude with Havaya Echad Shazeh Agam Inyan the Achas Shealti. This is the similar Inyan Achas Shealti. Again, Achas referring to Yechida, Shekrei B'chinas HaYechida, that refers to the level of Yechida Shemekabelas Miyachid Teloshin of Kabbalah. The Yechida of the Neshama receives from the singular absolute one, the Yachid, Hashem, Atzmos. And this is similar al derech Havaya Echad. That's what's conveyed in the words Havaya Echad, referring to Atzmos, Shebesim V'chaisim Psukim Malchus, which comes to the conclusion, so it comes after the Protim, just like Achas Shealti comes after the Protim described in the early part of the Mizmer. We're clear? Yeah? Good. Omnom, however, given Shegam Hachon Lehilefi Oifen HaMevukesh. However, since the preparation for something is according to that which the desired result, it's therefore understood even the details that they are all a build up to the essential desire, which is one thing coming from the Yechida Achas Shealti, but since these lead to it and are expressions of it, they too convey in a subtle way the essential and singular goal, which is Achas Shealti. They're not just steps leading to Achas Shealti, and then they are no longer relevant. They brought you to the destination, they've done their job, and one leads to the other, and is jettisoned, as it were, after its usefulness has been realized. Not so. He's saying that all the steps convey within them this nekud of Achas Shealti. However, it has to be arrived at, as the Maimon will explain, I assume, through this process, through this step. So, the same is also true, the details that follow Achas Shealti in the Mizmer. The ones that lead to it and the ones that follow. Did I miss a line? No. What follows in the rest of the Perek are also details that flow naturally from the essential Nekuda, which is one of conveyed in the words Achas Shealti. So what is this? Yeah, we're clear? So what precedes it and what follows? All suffused with the Nekuda Atzmis as a preparation and then a manifestation. So to explain the Inyan. The Inyan b'medrash Tehillim ala posach Achas Shealti isa. In Medrash Rabbi Medrash Tehillim on the posach Achas Shealti it states as follows. Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu LeDavid, Hashem says to David the Melech. First you say you're asking one thing. What's that? Shifti beveis Hashem. To dwell in the house of Hashem. That's one request. And then, But then you request many requests. Lachzes b'nayim Hashem, to gaze upon the pleasantness, levake b'chole, to visit his eichel, and so on. This sounds familiar, friends? Yeah, we learned this. Ve'ishiv David, and David answered to the Eibishter, b'chol amadati. I learned this from you. B'tchila le'bosa olai ele ba'achas, elai ele ba'achas. First, you only came to ask Eden with one request. Shneimar, Moishe says to Eden, V'ata Yisrael, and now Eden, Ma'ashem lekech shel mi'imach, what is Hashem asking me? Kim liyira, asking one thing, to fear God. Next thing we know, V'yachakach pasachta lein b'mitzvahs harbe. And immediately following the psukim there, you open up with a whole lot of commandments. Shneimar laleches b'chol drachav, to go in his ways, alodavka bay, to cleave him, v'goymer, and so on. That's the end of the dialogue. So Hashem is and responded. To understand this, the Alter brings the name of the Magid Zal Nishma Seiden. It's not a pshat that well, you kind of didn't keep your word, so I'm not keeping mine. And I'm justified because you did the same thing. That's not what David the Melech is saying. It's not the pshat here. The pshat is that it's all one nakuda, and these are expressions of that. Taka, he only asked one thing. And all the additional things that he articulates. These all manifest from this, and they perforce, they must come. Naturally, from this thing, because all the things that are expressed are all one and expressive of this singular nekudah. And therefore, on some level, he only had to ask one thing. Could be pshat here is that the Eibishter says to him, why do you have to articulate all these things? He said, one thing, these things follow. To which he responded, you also do. You ask one thing, but then you articulate it. And this will be explained in the course of the Maamar, presumably. Yeah, we're good so far. Now if you open next. So the Rebbe's kocht sich in Memoir of the Alter Rebbe here, even though it's not Tavshin Chav Daled.
It's before you. It's before you.
Yeah, it's still the year, right? Yeah.
You're right.
It's from the Alter Rebbe's birth, Chayelu.
No, it's before Chav. It's before Chav Dalet Tevis.
Stalkus, Chav Dalet Tevis. Okay.
So that's when the Maamar, the famous Maamar was. At Motzei Shabbos, Rebbe came down and said the Maamar at the exact time.
Yeah, that was Tavshin
Chav Gimel Chav Dalet Tevis. So it's within the year of the 150th year.
Yeah. So he says the Bebich Maamar Ad Marazoken. So in understand this in light of the Maamar on the pasuk which we just quoted. The Eibishter asks only Kim Liyira in the Bichel of Maamar of the Alter Rebbe, which hadn't been published then, but was subsequently published. Shemasch Levayer Masher Kosov. So there he explains as follows. The pasuk says, L'cho Havaya Hagdula. One pasuk says, unto you Eibishter is Gdula. Uksiv. Another pasuk says, and to his Gedula there's no fathoming. So explains this, this refers to two different levels. His Pashtus HaGdula, the manifestation of Gdula, and then Vagdula Atzma, That's l'cha havaya shilamaila bein aroich mispashtus hagdula, which is incomparably beyond the manifestation of Gdula. What do these words mean? So the matter is as follows: the hine Gdula in yona hispashtus shalayesh v'hadovar shu godel be'etzem. So Gdula, greatness, is the expression of something which is great, essentially great. Gdula is its expression. K'may, for example, the Gemara in Chgiga, that there's mahalach tak shona me'oretz l'rakia. There's a distance of 500 years travel from one oretz, from the earth, from our world to the rakia. Goes on to say that the rakia itself is 500 tak shona, and there's 7 such rakiyim. Remember the whole arichas there. And then the feet of the malachim are connected kulam, the ankles connected kulam, and the thigh connected kulam, and the knee connected, no, first the knee, then the thigh, and then the torso, and then the head. Each one of them is connected all the previous dargas, describing the enormity, as it were, of the heavens above. So in the context of Nebuchadnezzar, that's Adam Elyon and the pasuk. The Gemara is I forgot the proper word, but the Gemara is scoffing almost at Nebuchadnezzar's Adam Elyon. Do you know what Elyon is? It starts to reckon these dargas and dargas and dargas. But what's the point here? So this is the ispashtus. We're not talking space. It's in yonim. It's ispashtus of this Indian of 500 years and 500 years. Why? Ispashtus of what? Of something which is great. That's ishtalshalus. And then the loftier will in ketzlik do losam hispashtusam. There's no end to their greatness and their manifestation. K'may marazal. That's the Gemara there. Sheiki achayis keneged kulam. The thighs of the chayis hakodesh corresponds to all of the levels reckoned till now, etc. The fee, because shishtal shalus oilimus heim bederech ilo v'olul. Okay, we'll stop here. Let's not hurry this, and Be'ezer Hashem tomorrow.